Hi, my name's Beynon. I'm the Global Brand Manager and Studio Rep for 4A Games on Metro Redux.
Let's start by talking a little about this franchise. It actually dates back to a best-selling Russian novel.
Yeah, so Metro 2033 was 4A Games' first title. It was based on a novel by the Russian author Dmitry Glukovsky. At the time, it had only been published on the internet. It hadn't been released. They just set up 4A Games. They were looking for some material. They thought this novel was going to be the perfect place to start, and they had experience in post-apocalyptic games. And they went from there, contacted the author and said, we want to make a game based on this world. And he was like, yeah, go for it. And during development, the book was published in Russia, went on to be a bestseller, and then has been translated and released in many countries worldwide.
What is the premise behind the whole storyline of the book and the games?
So Metro 2033 is set in the year 2033, about 20 years after this apocalyptic nuclear war has eradicated mankind from the surface of the planet. The Moscow Metro was actually built to withstand a nuclear assault and then also shelter the population after. So you have some 20,000 souls living underneath the surface of Moscow trying to eke out this existence. And you play a character, Artyom. He was born just a few years before the war, and he's grown up in this underground hellhole, never really seen the sun, and he's never traveled more than a couple of hundred yards from the station that he calls his home, when one fateful day he's entrusted with this mission to get to the very heart of the Metro to bring a warning of this terrible impending threat. That's really the storyline of Metro 2033, and then without spoiling it too much, we kind of pick up directly after with Metro Last Light and bring Artyom's story to its conclusion.
When it comes to this game, give us a sense of how popular the franchise was, especially on the PC over the years.
So Metro has kind of earned this reputation as being a cult hit, but on PC in particular, it sells continuously, or it's into multi-millions now on PC and console, and Last Light just added to that as well. So it's now a multi-million selling franchise, which isn't bad for a cult hit.
Why did you guys decide to remake both of these games?
Well, it was really a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, I guess, to come back and remake these games for next gen, and it was done in-house at 4A Games. It's not often that a developer gets the opportunity to revisit some of their work. Normally this kind of project gets outsourced, but 4A are actually a very small team. They're working on some future projects which are in very early stages of pre-production. And the Redux project was a great way of getting the team, first of all, up to speed on next generation hardware, and give them a project to work on. So it's been a full year development cycle for them to bring these games to next gen.
What have they added? Let's start with the first game, with Metro 2033, to the experience.
So the work they've done on Metro 2033 is really substantial. The first game used a very old iteration of their engine. It was their first release. It was a little bit rusty around the edges in some gameplay mechanics, a lot of stuff that we really fixed for Metro Last Light. So what we did with the 2033 Redux project was to rebuild the entire game in the more advanced Last Light engine. So all the technical advancements, so improved physics, lighting, destruction, dynamic weather, AI, have all carried over. And then a lot of the gameplay enhancements, so improved combat and stealth, features such as the mask wipe or the stealth kills and takedowns, weapon customization, all of those features are now available and present in Metro 2033. So the game looks completely different, massively improved, and it also plays a lot better.